Welcome, welcome family. Let me go ahead and do my manual sound check, and we gonna get it in a little bit and make sure my voice is coming in decent and everything is going okay, y'all. How y'all doing out there, family? Okay, it looks like we're going okay. Let me give a shout out to the dopest chat room. You know, we got Ghost in the building. Ghost first in the building. Ghost is on it today, boy. Ghost is on it today. We got Nonetheless out there. Sorry, I am a little more far back than usual. So if you're new, I'm probably going to scratch up your name. But it's okay. We got Mimi Dowell in the building. What's up? We got Trauma Hawk. Trauma. What's up, family? We got Leslie Lisa Lawrence in the building. Peace. How you doing, family? We got Miss Mohawk Aboriginal in the buildings. What's up? What's up? We got all our family up in here. Who else we missing? Who we missing? Where the family at? We got Cuban 11 up in here. What's up? We got Balance 444. What's up, family? How you doing? You new in the building. We got Reginald Green up in here. What's up, family? Dion Hampton, Cali in the building. Cali, what's up? Y'all get all that sun and no night and all that night, man. Y'all doing something different over there. What up, family? Who else we got up in here right now? What up? What up? What up? It's been a mess. It has been a mess. But it's okay. We're coming to a new season, you guys. You said, where's Chief? Yeah, Chief's around. Chief's around. He's good. So we're coming to a new season, you guys. So we're coming into a new season of consciousness. And so how you guys like my new little setup? You know, we have the stock market at the bottom. This is real live feed from the stock market. So those people who are into that, we're going to try to make it a little bit better, but this is what we're going to start with. We are going into a new season. Our new season is starting today. And so now this is not technically, it's not the season of the Bible or not the season of the dictionary. It is our season. We made this season up. This is a different season for us. And so I want to thank everybody that's been supporting. Everybody that's been, you know, part of the 5,000 Lead, who's been patient, who's been coming to the meetings, who's been participating, and who's been out there anxious. We got some more stuff brewed up in the back for you guys, and it's gonna be pretty it's gonna get pretty good, and it's just gonna get better and better and better. So I want to thank for everybody that's tuning in. Now, a little bit about us. We're averaging about 400 subscribers a month, which is decent for us because our platform is not even 2 months old yet. We're still just the new kids on the block. So we have a long way to go compared to platforms that's been around years. And so welcome. We like to welcome to all the new people and all the new subscribers and all the people who like to look and all the people that like to be in the chat room and all the people that like to look, you know, later. Now, sometimes YouTube does not send out our notifications, and I believe it's not just us, but sometimes they just don't get notifications out. But that's okay. We got our family in the building, and we love to have our normal family in the building, and we also norm to have some new faces in here. So I want to say thank you for that. Now, let's go ahead and get into business before we get into some other things, because there's a lot of things going on. So we've been working in the background, getting some things together, and yeah, we got a lot to do. Now, as you know, Ooga, we got Blue Voodoo in the building. What up, family? How you doing? Peace. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for joining us. Now, we got a lot of things going on, and so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a new, we're going to start fresh, and we're going to start new. And we're going to be, we're going to try to be, a little more cleaner, because we're going into a new segment, and we're going into a new stage of the movement. So that means, we're going to have to be a little more cleaner, because we're reaching more audience, and we're trying to thrust ourselves farther. James Gilmore, how you doing, family? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you out there, sir. And so you're going to still see us a lot more cleaner, and we're going to try to be a lot more cleaner, because we're trying to actually accomplish something, and we're trying to accomplish it in a certain amount of time. So this means we need to move in a certain way and in a certain direction. Now, well, I kind of don't really know where to start at, because it's a lot of stuff we got to talk about, and I really don't know where to start at. But while I get that together, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and scroll. V Ghost Feathers, what's up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You joining us now, because we still giving some people the time to get into the room, because people still coming in. It's busy, and it's a new season for us, and so this season is going to be a good season. So let me go ahead and get myself together, and let's get it in. So here we go. Y'all ready? So here we go. Now, oops. I'm also a little farther than usual, so it might take me a little time to do some reading and to maneuver myself around. Now, let's go ahead and get it in. Now, as you know, we are considered to be a movement. Now, many people look at us as a movement, and they and it frightens some people. Now I don't know the reason why it frightens them, but I can only speculate. Now, let's get it in. So, now, as you know, I'm your host, Ty Data, aka the Cyborg. I got computer in my family. Rashard 5, how you doing, family? I got computer in my family. I got numbers in my blood, whatever you want to call it. This your boy Ty Data, the Cyborg. And so, and we're going into a new season, family. And so now I'm going to give you a little more to what to expect. Now, the information is going to flow a little faster. Now, normally we can take one little point, and we can make this point in so many different, and try to simplify the point in so many different ways, and try to get it in its most simplest form. And sometimes it can make a news section become very long. So sometimes you might have to go back, and you might have to watch, because the information is going to come a little more rapid. We're not going to stick around on one topic or on one point. If you didn't get the point, or if you missed the point, you missed it. So it's going to go a lot more faster. Now, we try to be here at certain times. Y'all know we got some new shows on deck. But those of you who are sponsors, we're going to need some voiceovers, because I can't be the voice of all the commercials. Like we're going to need some people to send us some voiceovers. You know, just, you know, on your break or spare time, you know, just write you something down and talk it into your phone and email it to us. And we would then put the video to what you are saying, because, you know, it would be a lot more powerful if everything wasn't the voice of Ty Data. Aboriginal Leo, what's up, family? It would be a lot more powerful. So I want to welcome you guys to our new season. And we're trying to prepare for Christmas, but the corporations are already prepared for Halloween, and many of you are going to go out and you're going to spend your money on Halloween, and they know you are because they raised you that way. That's the way the Matrix raised you, is to go get your kids something, and you don't want your kids growing up weirdos and they can't go trick-or-treating. So they know you're going to go trick-or-treating, and they know you're probably going to pass out candy, and they know you're going to go out and buy some costumes. They already know this. It has been calculated from the time you were from the time you was 18 until now. And so they are capitalizing on the culture. Well, it's their culture. It's their culture, you know. But anyway, they're capitalizing on it. And so we're eventually going to have to do the same as well. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, understand we are a solution-based channel. Sometimes we get into some scuffles, sometimes we get into some things, but we are a solution-based channel. We're not the complaining channel where you go and you complain and you get out your frustration. Empress, how you doing? Where you get out your frustration and you come and you bang on a white man and you bang on a beast and you body bag Ty Data and you body bag Khonsu and you body bag Chief Holiday. Yeah, we're trying to stay away from that. And but sometimes, you know, a certain time, maybe Saturday nights, we might have a banging day or something like that, but it's not going to be Sunday to Sunday. And so now I know where I'm going to start at now. I know I'm going to start at. So if you are new to the channel, understand. So we do have something called the 5,000 Elite. Now, the 5,000 Elite, the overall goal is to get 5,000 people to get together and pitch in a total of $20. Will give us a balance of $100,000, and we have different things and companies and put in place. You know, starting from the initial $100,000, and also, you know, using credit and things like that, and to kick off some things. So the 5,000 Elite does not belong to the indigenous movement, does not belong to the indigenous people. It is just a little confusing because I'm one of the guys, you know, in the indigenous movement, and I'm also one of the guys in the 5,000 Elite. So many people put them together and they think the 5,000 Elite isn't indigenous. And so 5,000 Elite is for the indigenous people, but 5,000 Elite is for everyone. So whether you Hebrew, whether you Christian, whatever you call yourself, whatever you can come up with today, it is for everyone. It is not for the indigenous people only. The indigenous movement is something different, and we're going to be capitalizing on that a little bit later. I'm not going to talk about it that much, but you're gonna see some things coming out of it. Sayel, what's up, family? C said, hello, Sayel is another brother be on the panel. Halloween is the most important holiday, especially, I can't see, I think it's a E or R more than, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't see the other word. I'm sorry. I don't want to look weird, so I'm gonna have to skip that. Triskin Huskin tribe. I'm not sure. Holidays are celebrations of our defeat. I thought. Well, I'm not talking about celebrating them. I'm talking about capitalizing on them. So let me make that straight. Now I'm talking about capitalizing on the holidays. I'm not talking about going out and get and do what the mainstream raised you to do. I'm talking about, if I know that 80% 75, 60% of the people in this country are going to go out and buy something for Halloween, why not prepare? It's too late now. The stores are already ready. It's too late. I mean, we can come up with something, but it's too late. So we can't capitalize on it, but we can't capitalize on Christmas. So why not come up with some Halloween costumes, or come up with something where we can capitalize on Halloween, because we know half the country is going to be celebrating it. So that's what I'm talking about. It is an offensive move. Instead of being the customer all the time, you're now the store. You're now the the corporation. And that's what we mean by capitalizing of Halloween, because we can't stop it. And we know, and I know majority of you out there is going to celebrate it in some form or fashion anyway. So that's what I mean. Now, back onto the topic, so now, peace family, Sister Carl in the building. I want to talk about our solution-based platform. Now, those of you who new as spectators understand that we're solution-based, and we're not complaining-based. We're not agent-based, where we gotta have an agent, we gotta have a coon, a gay guy, a weirdo. We're not enemy combatant. We're not the war people, the militants. We're not the military. We would be the Congress. we would be the Congress. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanna, put a little spin on it. And so we have the 5,000 Elite, and the 5,000 Elite is available for you, and it's available for everyone. Now, this channel is more dedicated towards the indigenous people and the indigenous movement, but don't be fooled. Anyone is welcome on this channel. Anyone with any philosophy, anyone with something to say. Danny Bailey, how you doing, family? Kale Flying Snake, how you doing? Welcome, getting in the building. So anyone can get a voice, whether it don't matter what you believe on, what you believe in. This is still your home. This is still your house. Now, although Aboriginal are very deep, and we focus on the Aboriginal, we focus more on the Aboriginal movement. That's because the Aboriginal movement is the only people that will accept me. So this is why you see me mostly on their channel. You usually don't see me on other people's channels, because a lot of other people and a lot of other platforms don't accept me. And so this is why you see me, in the indigenous movement, because they're ready to open their arms up. Who is that? Chris Lockett, what up, family? They open they open their arms up to me. Now, some of the different YouTube platforms, they are intimidated by me, because I am a hands-on type of guy. I'm a three-dimensional type of guy. And so I don't live in a 2D world. If you mention something, or if you say something, I want to get that into fruition. I don't want to sit around and talk about it. So many other platforms are intimidated by that. So a lot of them don't want to have me on there. Now some of the platforms, I go against their philosophy, their ancient philosophy, because a lot of these platforms their philosophy are ancient based, but you have to be able to respect that. Because back in the olden days, in the 50s and in the 60s, it was very vital to our people to be amongst our people. It was very vital back then for us to mate with only us. It was very vital back then to only, be around your own. It was very vital for our survival. And this is where a lot of these platforms get their philosophy from. And so when they say, no mixing and no things like that, they're right. So they're not wrong. They're actually right. but it stimulates. You see what I'm saying? It stimulates from back in the old days when it was very vital for our survival. But now in these times today in 2018, it is not super vital for us. Now some people may say it is, and some people may say, man, you're losing your mind, dude. Nobody's going to just, we're not just going to vanish off the face of the earth. So it is all how you see it. But the point is that their philosophy has been untouched and untouched and unchallenged until recently. And so you first thing you have to understand is that the origins of the philosophy, and you have to be able to respect that. Okay? And so because of that, a lot of these guys don't, want or can't accept me on their platform. And so this is why you see me in the indigenous platform, and this is why you see me, because my wife is actually Asian, and so that goes against a lot of people's pride. Now, when it comes to the black militants or the so-called black militants, you have to understand their origins in order to understand their philosophy. Now, their philosophy is very old and it's very outdated, because back in the olden days, they needed to have very militant situations, and they needed to have very militant type of philosophy. And the philosophy is based on giving pride to the people. It's not based on moving the people forward and giving the people something. It's not based on that. It's based on giving the people pride. So their philosophy is pride based. And so a lot of us come from that movement, and a lot of us take energy out of that movement, and a lot of us right today have pride instilled in us because of the black militant movement, whether you like it or not. Some of you people like yourselves so much. Look at this black skin or this brown skin. We like ourselves. We did this and we did that. We're so proud. We're proud people now. So we don't need someone going around telling us that anymore. We know that. We don't need any emotional, oh, you guys we're the best, and we're black people, and we don't need that anymore. But back in the old days, we needed that. We didn't have that. We need that. I'm black and I'm proud, black power, and things like that. We needed that back then, you guys. And so many of these guys bringing that stuff from the olden days, and they're trying to, the philosophy has been unchanged, because no one dared to change the philosophy that probably got pride in us today. You see, because I'm a proud, arrogant American just like you. But the only difference between some of us know we are, and some of us don't. Some of us don't know it. You see, and I'm just the type of guy, I know I'm a proud, arrogant ass American, and I will cuss you, and I will cuss you out if I have to, and I can sit there and I can brag about anything, anything I want to. I can do that as well, but I choose not to, because I understand the condition, and the images and things that they put into our heads. Now, and so because of, like I say, because of this old philosophy, it is not solution based. Their philosophy and their ideology is not solution based. It's emotional based. It is pride based. It's put there to instill pride. Now, it has done its job. So say what you want to say. It has done its job. But the philosophy is no longer needed anymore, because we feel good. It done its job already. Congratulations, you won. You have reached the goal line. We are now born and come into this world where we are the second people, or we are the second class, or whatever you want to call it, and we still have as much pride as the so-called people who think they're on top, but in reality they're not. So we have just as much pride as them, and it stimulates from that black militant movement. But it has now become to an end. We no longer need it. But many of these guys, they still pump this philosophy, and they still pump this emotion-based information that has been untouched and untampered with. And so it doesn't cut it for today, because we don't want to feel good anymore. We want solutions. We want things happening now. We want things going on now. And they cannot provide it for us. Now, going into this and going into the new season, we're going to also do a cat back on the past season. Now, as you know, Ty Data Chief Holiday channels hasn't been around that long. And so it's hard to measure how much of impact we had in the community. But, and in another way, it's not that difficult. Now let me go ahead and get my business out the way so we can keep it going. Now, those of you who are new, we have the 5000 Elite. The 5000 Elite is available for you. You can go to 5000elite.com. I can see if I can try to go over to that screen really quick. Let me try to fade over there to that screen really quick to see if I can actually get the page to pull up. Okay, I got you. And so yeah, because we're about to go in today. We're about to go in today pretty a little heavy today. We're about to go in a little heavy today. Now, so let me go ahead and get my screen together. And once I get my screen together, I will go ahead and fade over there to the 5000 Elite, where the new people can sign up. And like I said, you know, you see me a lot around in the Digitalist movement, because the Digitalist movement is one of the only movements that will accept me, you know. And honestly, I believe a lot of the YouTube personalities are intimidated, and many of them just, you know, they can't, you know, they have to do as they're told. Now let's go ahead and go over there. Let's go ahead and try to fade over there and see what we got. Let's go. Now, can you guys hear me? Okay. Now, oops, let me go ahead and get this out the way really quick. Get some things started. Okay, hold on 1 second. I might have to get back. I have some things going on. Now, so we're gonna go ahead and go over there to the page. Let's go. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me, but it looks like we're not. Something is not going right. Okay, so you just go over to the page 5000elite.com. You can join. You can ask questions. You can call us. You can come see us. We have an address. We have a physical location. We have an address. We have a landline. We are a actual entity. We have, you know, paperwork and things like that. So we are actual corporation in the making. And so If you're going to listen to us and you actually want to participate in what we got going on, it will be, very wise and common decision to go over there and join the 5,000 Elite, just like everybody else, so we can actually get more content and get better content and get more things. So we actually have a full-fledged plan. Now, if you want to get more information about the 5,000 Elite, it is best to go to our YouTube page, which is Universal Media Network. We have about 30 hours worth of content that you can go through to get from the 5,000 Elite. Now, yeah, we got some things that's not going well, but it's okay. I'll fix them next time. It'll be better next time. Now, that will be the most simplest way to do it. Now, with that'll be the simplest way to do it. Now, we also have a structure. We also have a plan put in place, and we have things that we're trying to get going, and you can be a part of it. It would be very wise for you to be a part of it. And once you sign up, every member will receive a valid stock certificate and also receive a membership card. Now, the stock certificate is one thing; it means something else, and it is real. Also, the membership card means something else, and is very tangible, and is very real, and is something we're going to be using into the future. Now, so we are, just like I said, we are a solution-based platform, and so there's multiple things you can do with a stock certificate. If other platforms got the same thing, we will be able to start our own, we'll be able to have our own lane and be able to start our own lane. Now, also, I do have to say that hold on, I can barely see what's going on. Okay, there we go. Now, so once you receive your stock certificate, it will have a set value, and also your value will grow as we grow. You will be able to have ownership in all of our companies, and we have about 3-4 companies already up and running already. Some of them is also generating a little money, and some of them we're still waiting on more subscribers. We're still waiting on more people so we can generate them, but we do have the paperwork and all that type of stuff. So we're very solution based. So it ain't just simple as it is. I'm trying not to make it people think it's so simple, because we put a lot of work into this, and we have a lot of things going on, and we have came a long way now. But the best thing to do is to call us, come see us, or just ask for more information or join. Now, with that being said, we're going to have to take a quick break, you guys. And this break was not planned, so we're going to have to take a quick break. What is this? What is this? We're going to have to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And when I get back, we're going in, y'all. We're going in. Here we go.
Is this the best of the black community?
Picture Chief Holiday with an A1 day. Number 1 on 92, coming through like a screw. I'ma cop mines 9 and wait on the shoe. Hit up Tyler Data just to get the Bluetooth, cause Jaguar OMAC jersey so damn hard. I got the Amara squad saying, oh my god. Cold Turkey 23, who could it be? I'ma cop mines 9, so that'll be me. Google Tennessee to CAP, you best let it be known and not letting it be. That's double zeros like some superheroes. Got the all-gold grill like some Lego Cheetos. Cause the Indians in the hood is always hard. You come talking your trash, we'll pull your car. We'll try to provide a solution fix, but if they ain't gonna work, then we busting your shit. Tomahawk trauma like some samurai summon. If you ain't with the elite, then you dying for nothing. Cause I'm copping them all, or that'll be a waste. Have from the haters walking around with the crucifix face. Cause the Indians in the hood is always hard. You come talking your trash, we'll pull your car. We'll try to provide a solution fix, but if they ain't gonna work, then we busting your shit. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, actually that commercial was not scheduled for this show, but I forgot to cue up the commercials, so forgive me. I am only human, but so I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about it. So yeah, we have our own jerseys coming out. We're trying to, you know, get these jerseys up and running, get everything prepared before Christmas. It will make a nice Christmas gift for a teenager. It will make a nice Christmas gift for, you know, a father, a cousin. It will be, it would, maybe can inspire some younger kids to look, at themselves, in a newer light, or, so we have the jerseys. They're being made. So those of you who are a moderator, you automatically get your own number. And you get your own, you get your own jersey. Of course, you're gonna have to pay for it, but you at least, you have your own. You have your own. You don't have to buy anybody else's. And so, but anybody can get their own custom jersey. It's, and but can anybody get ours, and our brand? Now and so this is something very new to the community, and we're trying to capitalize, make sure we have everything up and running by Christmas. There come Christmas, and there come January 1st, we're going to be a totally different breed of people. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the previous seasons. Now, we have came a long way. We haven't been here that long. And the impact that we have on the community is very tremendous. Now, a lot of people never really took us serious, and we were just a bunch of clowns. And me personally, I could, not too many people would deal with me or have me on their platform right from the beginning. And so it wasn't my problem. I don't take it personal. I just know that their philosophy comes from a time where, certain things was needed, and I don't fit that description. But it would be nice for the people to be able to but one thing I want to talk about, sorry about that, but one thing I want to talk about is that when we brought on Dr. David Imhotep. Now, I asked around the community, because I hear a lot of these guys talk about, oh man, we got Ruth Shady, she did this, and all these anthropologists and all these people that wrote these books. And so I'm like, hey man, why don't we start having these people on the show? So someone asked, hey, what about Dr. David Imhotep? I ain't really know who he was. I do now, so peace to the brother. So I reached out to the brother and I had him on the show. Now this right here propelled us. In a different place and in a different dimension, because now people were starting to see the power that we have, and they started to take us a little more serious. Now, even some people have snatched down the Dr. David Imhotep video and put it on their platform as if it was theirs. Now, and so this is, you know, this is a compliment. And so I want to make sure I represent the brother, and I want to make sure I say thank you to the brother. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, we are not in a proper position to do some big business. I appreciate you reaching out to us while we are still in our raggedy stages, and we are still in our beginning stage. Now, because we are in our beginning stage, you know, he was able to reach out to us. This means a lot to us, and he will forever be someone in our community. He will forever be, a celebrity or someone, it don't matter what credentials he have. He will always be someone monumental in our community, because he was able to reach, down to us or over to us in our raggedy stages. But once we reach our full potential, and once we reach a better stage, we will be doing some, doing some more work with the brother as well. But during this time, a lot of people in the community started seeing our capabilities, and started seeing what we can do and what we're capable of. And so a lot more people started to embrace us and see like these guys are serious. And so from there, we reached out to Miss Sophia Stewart. Now, those of you who don't know Miss Sophia Stewart, she's the one who created the movie The Matrix. Now, unfortunately, I am a Matrix addict. I am a Matrix nerd, a Matrix cult member, or whatever you want to call it. That was one of the movies that changed my life. I have a song called The Matrix. I mean, it's my favorite movie of all time. And so unfortunately, to me, that was a really, really huge deal. And shout out to Black Lotus, Lotus Television, for hooking that up. And so now, those of you who understand what was going on and why we had them two on here, you will be able to understand what's going on. Now, there was a connection that they have. There's a connection that they have. Now, I want to say shout out to the Oracle. Her book is out. She's trying to get the Matrix 4. Well, she's about to get the Matrix 4 out. She did a lot more. Her credentials is so big, man, it'll take up the rest of the show. So I suggest log on to the website. Just her name is Sophia Stewart. Google her, Wikipedia, and just find out. But her resume is super long. And so because of this, she was able to reach down to us, or over to us, in our raggedy stages. Because what you have seen before in the previous season, you have seen us trying to prepare and trying to make ourselves someone. And now we are becoming at a stage where we are coming to be. And so we want to say thank you to her. And but if you understand Dr. David Imhotep, and then you understand The Matrix, you have to be able to connect the two books together and connect the energy around them and get the connection. I'm not going to tell you the connection, but when you have Sophia Stewart and Dr. David Imhotep, you're saying something. You are projecting something. And so this right here propelled us a little farther in the community, and so people took us a lot more serious, and they understand that, hey, these people are not going away. These are not just the normal everyday people that we can just push around. And so that was a big deal. Now, also, even on this channel, we reached out to another brother, Assure Duke of Tears. Now, we got to say thank you to that brother. Now, he able to reach over or reach down to us in our raggedy stages. Now, keep in mind that these people are forever be someone in our community, because they was able to do that. They was able to reach down to us when we had a scruffle platform with 400 people who bick and argue every day. They was able to reach down to us, when we wasn't doing so well. So now we are not at the proper place to reach out to you guys, but we haven't forgot about you, and you guys will forever be a stay in this community. And as soon as we get to the proper place, we will be reaching out to you for more ventures. So give us continue to give us as much support as you can, and we're gonna continue to give you as much support as you can. Now, Duke of Tears need no intro, he needs no resume, he needs no explanation. Everybody know who he is, everybody know where to find him, how to get him, and also the brother Black Lotus hooked that up. Now, I also learned a lot from the brother as well, and I think his video is very underrated. I think a lot of people need to go back and check the video out. It's very underrated. Now, Sure Duke of Tears video is one of the most popular videos we have on the platform. His videos is what, 5,000, maybe 4,000 some subscribers, and every day we still getting comments, either good or bad comments, and people still watching it as if we just did it last night. Now, a Duke of Tears, now the presence of the Sure Duke of Tears prepared our movement and prepared this platform into another, and it just prepared us a little bit, but it did it under the radar. I'm just now noticing this today, because when I went through the analytics of that video, when I went through the analytics, I come to some calculations, and I come to some conclusions that that video did more things than you think. It did more things than you think. If I check the analytics on that video and that video alone, that video did more things. It did more things. So you definitely want to check that out. Now, how can we put these three together? How can you connect Dr. David Imhotep, Sophia Stewart, the Living Oracle, and a Sure Duke of Tears? Now, how can you connect those two? What is the connection there? If you know the connection there, then thank you, my friend. You're welcome. You are a member of the 5,000 Elite, because you know exactly what's going on. Those of you who just think, oh man, there's just some random people on some random stuff, and they don't know exactly what's going on, you are just pretty much either a customer or fan, or just someone who we just have to say thank you for. You know what I'm saying? But if you know the connection to those three people, you will understand. Now, so we have to say thank you for that. Now, let's go ahead and get it in. I'm gonna mingle with the chat a little bit because I've been neglecting. So let's go ahead and get it in. Anybody got any questions, any comments? Let me see. I'm far away, so please try not to write that much, and please try not to write huge words, because I will not be able to see them. Let me see. Somebody said I watched that video at least 10 times. Yeah, that video put us. I can't really. It's hard to explain what it did to our platform, but it did something to our platform that probably it shouldn't have happened. So I can't really calculate it. Peace Tide Data to the chat. People, Original One in the building. Trap BAB in the building. What's up? Anybody got any comment or questions before I go in? Because I'm about to go in. Anybody? We good? We okay? Peace, family. Sorry if I haven't been able to, commerce with you a little bit, but I'm trying to make the show a little shorter, because the show's been a lot longer, and I'm trying to make them a lot shorter. Okay, I got you, fam. I'm gonna hit you up. Have you checked it out? Yeah, definitely check that video out. Now, this is something I want people to understand. Now I'm about to go in. Now, let's go in on the YouTube personalities. Now, this is something that I learned myself, and this is something I'm talking from my experience. No book taught me this, no doctor taught me this, no anthropology taught me this. This is all due to my experience and my own calculations. And so I found out you know, dealing with a lot of YouTube personalities, the YouTube personality and the YouTube philosophy is not a forward moving philosophy. It's not meant to get things done. It's not meant to make things happen. What it's meant for, according to me, is meant for you to it's like an ego thing. Now, the most difficult things I found out amongst YouTube personalities, and I'm talking about just about all of them, including some of the people on the platform as well, is that I notice when it comes to trust, I notice there's no real loyalty there amongst YouTube personalities. And many of these YouTube personalities, every time they go on air, they feel like they're putting their career on the line. So when you challenge their information, or when when you try to engage with them, they are always in a defensive mode because they have a reputation to maintain. And because of this, the loyalty amongst YouTube personalities is garbage. Like literally, we be friends today, we enemies tomorrow, we can be cool again the next day. I mean, many of these guys literally have thousands of or hundreds of people they subscribe to, and they just get pop-ups every like 2 minutes, a pop-up, and many of them search all the other pop-up, and they listen to everybody in the community and outside community. Now, many of them take things that's outside the community and bring it into the community. And many of the people, what they do is they listen to everybody and they try to find something that no one's talking about. They can say, well, man, you know what? No one's talking about such and such. So what then they would do is they would try to talk about such and such because no one's talking about it. But and that helps them in their YouTube career to talk about, to try to find things that no one's really talking about, or try to bring back something and things like that. This is how a lot of them sustaining themselves. But the loyalty amongst these people, y'all, I'm sorry. It is difficult. It is difficult dealing with, many of the YouTube personalities. The loyalties is just not there. And I'm on YouTube, but I'm just not like a real YouTube guy. I don't feel like my career is on the line when a guy want to challenge my information. I don't feel like I have to, cuss out somebody's father, or I need to, make him look stupid. Now, although I've been caught up before, although I done got into the thing before, and I've been influenced with it before, but to be honest with you, all that was like an experience to me, to be honest with you. And I just want to let the people know that, we out here and we're trying, and we all we got. Now, if I had a chance to work with, let's say, one of the top physicists in the world, and if I had a choice to work with him versus the neighborhood mechanic, I would choose the top physics in the world to work with if I want to do something like that. But if all I got to work with is the drunk neighborhood mechanic and the guy who paint houses, but he used to live in the park and he live out his car, and we got some drug dealers, around the corner. If those are all my choices that I have to work with, then I have to start choosing. We have to start. That's all we have to choose from. Now, it's not like we're gonna pick. It's not like we're gonna pick Tariq Nasheed over Bill Gates or something like that. It's just like, well, that's all we got. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no other choices. Now, I know this is very difficult Oh, let me see what it say. These large amount of views are oh yeah, I'm not purchasing no views, man. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure, but I really not trying to bring no drama. I'm really not trying to bang. I'm really not trying to, you know, find some scam or some scandal, man. I'm trying to move on and just do some other things. So I'm not sure how that work, but I'm just, you know, we trying to go into the future and leave all the, you know, the YouTube stuff behind. But you know, and I realize that. I realize that's all we got, man. We don't have, you know, a lot of people to choose from. And so when you start choosing people, and when you try to, you know, make business with people, you know, other people might look down on them, and they might not even understand why you even want to do business with them. And it's simply because we got YouTube personalities. Now, I find it very difficult for YouTube personalities to embrace other YouTube personalities. Like we had the Lakeisha app for a while. We had the 5,000 Elite. We had the 5,000 Elite out for a while. You know what I'm saying? We have, you know what I'm saying? We have POS systems. We have lots of things out there for a while. But it seems like it seems like, you know, other YouTube personalities, including some on the platform, it seems like they have a hard time embracing other people's stuff. But they all want you to embrace their shit, though. You see, when they come up with something, you know, because on this platform, I try to represent everybody. I even represent a kickboxing match. Like, I don't care. I try to represent everybody because I don't have a fan base that I am not trying to prove something. I don't, when I go online, I'm not putting my career on the line. Oh man, Ty Data got body bag. I don't care. You can body bag me every day. Nigga, I'm still gonna get the POS system off. I'm still gonna, you know, have a job. I'm still gonna, so I'm not in that arena. And I'm telling y'all right now that it's very difficult to get stuff done in this community because of this. Now, each one of these YouTube personalities, they all have some little movement going and they all have something going, but yet they have yet to embrace somebody else's. But they want somebody else's to embrace theirs. You see? And so I find it very difficult to work with a lot of them. And so when we got something brewing in the back. We got something brewing. We got something big brewing in the back, y'all. Now, when we come out with it, I need you to understand that we don't have a lot of people to choose from, and we don't have a lot of loyalty amongst these people. A lot of these YouTube personalities, because when they go on, they feel like their career is on the line, and so they can get very angry, they can get very vicious, and they can be very disrespectful because they don't want their career to be crushed. And I'm sorry, I'm not here to destroy your career, but I guarantee you, it can be done. It could be done. And that goes for everybody. But I'm not here to do that. So if you're a little intimidated by me, or you a little, you know, whatever the hell by me, that's perfectly fine. But I don't want your shine. I don't want your customers. I don't want to sell your t-shirts. I'm not after your little views, or I don't want to use your name just to put the name in the title. I'm not after your YouTube analytics. I can give a care less. So the loyalty amongst us is low, you guys. Now, there's a lot of things been going on in the community. And one of the things a lot of people been talking about is the Dane Calloway situation, the young Pharaoh situation. And to be honest with you, I really don't care. I just want to get moving. Now, those of you who know me and knew me for a while, my message has been simple since day one, has been exactly the same. It hasn't changed. Been exactly the same. And all what's changed is the viewership and maybe some little graphics and some little shit and maybe, you know, some little stuff. That's it. And so I don't have a career, a YouTube career on the line. So when I'm talking to a person and I'm conversing with the person, I don't have a YouTube career at stake here. So I am in a different mode and I am in a different place. But many of these guys have a YouTube career that's at stake. And these guys can be very vicious and malicious. Because if you go against what they say, or if you say something that they can't really, weasel out of or whatever, it can get very vicious. But the main part of me talking about this is the loyalty amongst these people. Oh my God, y'all. I don't know how y'all do it. The loyalty is ridiculous. And that's one of the reasons, that's one of the things you need to build something is loyalty, family. That's one of the things you need. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just talk about us and the Dane Calloway situation, because it's starting to move the indigenous movement out of the way and become about Dane Calloway. So if you are a indigenous person and you're a part of the indigenous movement, you might be a little threatened by that. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to social engineer the narrative to Dane Calloway. So that way the whole movement is based on Dane Calloway. And so they're going to slowly pick apart Dane Calloway, slowly but surely. He did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. And so the conversation of the indigenous movement is going to be is going to be backdoor. So although the brother doing work and he got some good things bad about him, some good things going for himself, and maybe some questionable things or some whatever the hell he did, he ain't did nothing no different than any other YouTube personality. So they can say they can say he did whatever they want, but he ain't never did anything different than anybody else. But we're going to get into that. But before we do, let's get into some business first, and then we're going to go back and we're going to deal with the Dane Calloway situation. Now, this segment has been brought to you by Hong Kong's Money. Now, everybody know that when you're talking about an end game and when you're talking about a movement and when you're talking about solutions, you should have a valid end game. So anybody that asks what's the end game is asking one of the most valid questions. But many of these many of the guys is asking what's the end game because we mention it a lot. So sometimes we get a little offended when we in the middle of a we in a shouting match, with somebody, because we have a time where we have shouting match. There's a time and a place to shout and shit. Excuse my cursing, but there's a time and a place where we want to get, in confrontational and get ghetto and hood and let the dogs out. There's a certain specific time in that. Now, if you come in when we're doing that time and you say, hey, what's the solution? And you might get cussed out. Because we are a solution-based platform and we talk about solutions from Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday we go off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We go off a little bit, and every now and then we mingle and have arguments and stuff like that every now and then. But and so those of you new people, I explained to you an end game. Now when you have Hong Kong, now understand what Hong Kong is. And I advise everybody to study Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong has its own money. I actually have some Hong Kong money because I never been to Hong Kong, but that Pacific area. I've been to China, but not Hong Kong. And so, but somebody slipped me some Hong Kong money because they knew I didn't know the difference. And I found out Hong Kong got money the hard way. And I tell the little story just to make it a little interesting. Now, I don't really like to talk about myself because I don't feel I'm that special. Now, people who can spend 2 hours talking about themselves, they think they're really, really special when they're not. So be aware of someone who sit there and talks about himself. Beware of them. Now, so I'm in China. I'm in the club, right? In the club. I'm single at this time. Well, I wasn't married at this time, and and so we in the club. We drinking, having a little time, good little time. I'm in there, and so one of the waiters come up and slip me my change because I was buying something, and they slipped me a Hong Kong $20 bill. Now, I was in China for about 2 weeks this time. No one ever told me that Hong Kong got its own money, because to me, Hong Kong is China. It's China. It's just like Texas and America, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Hong Kong, China, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Hong Kong, China. But yet, it has its own money. Now, the reason why I bring this up, because this should make you think. How did they do that? How is that possible? How is that possible? But China actually have 2 different militaries and actually have 3 forms of currency. 3 different forms. Not just Hong Kong, because Taiwan has its own money and Taiwan has its own military. So that is equal as Texas having its own money and Texas having its own military. Now, some people might say, well, they do. It's called a such and such a. But I'm talking about like for real, for real, for real. And so I'm in the club. They slip me some money. I ain't paying too much attention. I'm drunk. I'm having a good time. So I take a cab to the house, and you tell me it's time to pay. So I pull out this bad boy, right? Like, yeah, I pull out this. The cab driver looked at me like I was trying to scam him, and he looked like we don't take this. Like, you gotta go to Hong Kong to spend that. Like, we don't take a Hong Kong money here. Like, it's really real money. And so I'm confused, because I'm like, what type of scam they trying to pull? Well, so now it's the conversation that I get to learn about Hong Kong, and I'm talking to them. I'm talking with the females I'm with, and I'm talking to them. And also, this is some money I like in China too. It's, it ain't worth that much, but I like it because they actually have women on it. You don't really see too many money with women on it. I don't think they're the only one, but it's the first money I ever seen with women on it. And so it has women on there, and so I thought that was pretty cool, to have women on money. That was actually pretty dope. If you think about it, women on money, that's raw. You know what I'm saying? But I guess my mind is a little more sickening, but you get what I'm saying. I thought it was pretty cool, and so so that's when I began to realize what's going on and how China is operating. Now, how did they do that? And this is one thing I want to lead people to understand, because if they can, I'm the type of person that if they can do it, we can do it. If China can have 3 sets of currency, we can, why can't we? And this is one of my main subject, is what I want to talk about. Is why can't we do what they do? Why can't we go to the moon? Why can't we have our own cars? Why can't we do none of that stuff? Why come we always have to be the hood nigga with the cigarette or the blunt in his mouth? Like, what up, folk? What up, this? Why come we always have to be in that box? And guess who put us in that box? We put us in that box. The underhuman has nothing to do with that box. Now, I don't know where that stimulates from, but we have a certain box of how we need to act and how we need to look and what we need to do. And if you don't fit that box, we ostracize you. We don't want shit to do with you. Oh, that nigga's a coon. He's a swirler. He's this. He's that. Well, how are we going to be a nation of rebels when we got a box we need to go by? We put ourselves in that box. So now we see ourselves as, oh, we're the best dancers. We are, we play football really well. So we put ourselves in such of a box that anytime you do something outside that box, your own neighbor or the neighboring platform, you could have a guy on your YouTube platform right now. I can bring on one of the guys. Oh, here's a guy right here, man. He's from such and such, and he's from another YouTube pager, and we can sit him. And if I do something out of that box, he would disown me, and he would ostracize me, and he would humiliate me right here on this show, right here, right now. If you called him, if I call one because I didn't abide by that box. And because we don't see ourselves as the people can do this, this is too far-fetched for people who are losers. You see? So people who are losers, certain things are too far-fetched. Because they're such a loser, they're down on their life, they're down on their luck, life done beat them up. You see? And so they can't see anything outside that box. So they tell you need to either be a rapper, a comedian, you try to write a book, or yeah, we have cryptocurrency. Yep, we do. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in that box. And so one of the jobs and one of the situations and one of the things that I see in the community is that I break that box. Like, I take that box that they put y'all in and I twist that up. And I believe that's why certain people are drawn to me, because they see I come from exactly where you come from. I have the same exact background as you. I have the same amount of arrogance as you, and I think I'm the shit, just like you sometimes, and I have everything you have, but yet I don't fit in that box. So to some of the people, they're drawn to me, but also some of the people, they hate that. They don't like that. It goes against their teachings. It goes against their doctrine. So many of them don't really like to work with somebody like me because I'm way out there. And some of the time, and it hurts my feelings. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts my feelings. But enough about me. Now, but I just want to talk about the box we have put ourselves in and why we don't see ourselves as the people that can do that. Now, some people might want to give up and say, you know what, man, I give up, man. I just don't want to play the game no more. I just want to, lay down and die. Lay down and go in the fucking jungle and just not do shit and just sit there. And they just want to give up. But guess what? Brother, don't give up. Don't give up. Know who you are. Do you know who you are? You are the people who built those pyramids all around the world. You say this. I learned this from you. I learned this from YouTube. I didn't read this in the book, or I didn't go exfoliate no pyramids. This is all YouTube personality philosophy that I'm saying. You are the people that built those pyramids. You are the people that they're talking about in the Bible. You are the people they're talking about in the Quran. You are the people that many of these people are worshiping secretly. You are the people who some people believe that we built the pyramids on Mars. There's a pyramid on Mars in some kind of way. Some people believe we did it. Some people believe in aliens, and they believe that somehow the aliens are like, you know, looking out for us, or I don't really know the alien philosophy, but whatever it is, they have some connection with you. Some people believe. Some people believe very highly of you. Some people look up to you. And many of you are giving up. And because of you in that box, you don't see yourself as the people that can have their own money. You don't see yourself as the people that can have their own stock. You don't see yourself as the people that can have their own army, their own land. You just don't see yourself as those people. But I'm sorry, you are. You are those people, y'all. We are those people. But you're going to have to step outside that box. We put ourselves in that box. We the ones who said, if you do this, you're not hood. If you're not a hood nigga, you're not a real nigga. If you don't sag your pants, and if you don't talk hard, and if you don't get down with the get down, you're a coon, you're an agent, you're a swirler, you're a sellout, you're something. They got so many words. We got 1,000 words for somebody like that, or whatever the case. But you are those people. You mean to tell me the Chinese is those people? You mean to tell me the Chinese the only people that can have their own money? You mean to tell me Africans are the only people that can have their own money? Because they have money over there in Africa. They live in the jungle over there in Africa. They're not part of any system. They literally living in the jungle over in Africa. So they would love you to go over there. There's a place you can go. You can fly right there. One-way ticket. Boom. You're good. Also in South America, people are living in the jungle. They're doing it for real. And understand who you are, man. Who do you think we is, man? Who do they think we are? They go around talking about who we are all the time, but no one's really processing who we are. You're not processing it. You're saying it, but you're not processing it. You say, oh, we the people of the Bible. We the lost tribe or such and such. We built this country. We built the White House. This country built off our back. We built cars. We invented this. Everything was stolen from us. What is that telling you? What the hell is that telling you? But at the same time, we the people who did all that. But at the same time, if you talk proper enough, you're an agent. If you got too much schooling, guess what? You what's the word? The new word. What's the new word they call you're supposed to call a smart person with a lot of education? They're Zionists. You're a Zionist now, cause you're too smart, you know. Now, so it's like there's no winning. It's like the most realest dude is the bum ass dude who's on YouTube. That's the realest dude. Dude bum as hell. He's smoking cigarettes. Just probably ain't even got a real place to live. You know. That's the most realest dude. And he sit there and talk about everybody with money because he ain't got any. Everybody with money. It seems like when it comes to making money, people who are successful are the enemy. They're always the enemy. But guess what? People that make money see you the same way. They're lazy. They don't have any goals. They're uneducated. So it's nothing but a blame game. And you got the poor people blaming the rich people for every damn thing. And then you got the rich people blaming the poor people for their condition and every damn thing. Well, it's enough blame to go around. But know who you are. And I'm not talking about going around saying it, flashing it on a t-shirt and a jersey and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we the Indians and shit. I'm talking about literally know who you are. And we are those people that can take the whole world into the future. We are new kids on the block. We're not that old. Okay, we're not that old ancient of a culture. Now our bloodline is, but of a culture we're new. But we have to look at the box that our community put us in. And I'm the type of person when if you see me or if you know me, people think I'm African. They really think I'm African. Like I had one dude, an Arab dude. I'll tell you another little story. I have an Arab guy. Now, God think I'm African because I guess the way I carry myself. Now, I go to this guy's store and sometimes this guy will leave and just leave me in the store and I would just handle his customers because I knew I set his store up. He's an Arab guy from Pakistan. And I set his store up so I can sit there, I can take in the customers and all this and all that. And he never once asked me where I'm from. Now, he got a brother. Now, his brother, I guess his brother was one of those little Allah Akbar type motherfuckers. I don't know, some weird ass, you know what I'm saying? Some weird ass, you know, dude from Pakistan or whatever. And so, one day, you know, they was talking about Americans. And so, you know, I kind of, you know, it immediately made me jump on the side of Americans. Because it's one thing of me and Kansu talking and we saying, oh, man, them niggas be doing shit and niggas is bums and blah. That's us talking about us. That's cool. But it's a little offensive when somebody else doing it. So I'm thinking like these dudes think I'm from Africa. So one day I go to the store because they called me over there because I was a technician to fix the phones and showing them how to do stuff. And the guy asked me, he said, where you from? And I was like, yeah, I'm from Chicago. Because a lot of dudes from Chicago, they done robbed the store a couple times and they be in there stealing and they done got in shootouts like people from Chicago just like the worst scum of the earth. You know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying, to these people. And so I just told him, I was like, yeah, I'm from Chicago. And he got bucked out, was like, from Chicago? And he didn't know. And he kind of looked at me weird, and his brother never spoke to me ever again. Every time I used to come in there, he used to be the main one greeting me. Hey, how you doing? You know, such and such, offering me shit. He never spoke to me ever again because he thought I was African. Because I didn't fit that Chicago box. You see what I'm saying? And it messed him up. Now, the reason why I say that is because we don't see ourselves as the people that can do this type of stuff. And this is what's holding us back. You can blame the white man, you can blame the system, you can blame the Matrix, you can blame the Mars, you can blame the Anunnaki or the Jews all you want to. But how much you want to bet none of these YouTube personalities would never step outside of the YouTube personality box to do anything. And this is where the loyalty comes in with these people. Because the minute you ask them to do something outside their little box, nah, man, I can't do that, man. That's you know, that's Zionist. That's you're feeding, you know what I'm saying? You're feeding the system and you're doing this and you're doing that. Okay, you stay your ass in that little box. And so this is the main point that I want to drill today. And and I'm the type of person, if they can do it, we can do it better. Anything they can do, we can do better. And this is the message I want to get across today. Because it's very difficult trying to get some stuff done when anytime you do something, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna go over there to Mexico and get me a business. Man, that's a coon, nigga. You going to Mexico to get a business? That's a coon. Oh man, you finna open up a chicken factory? Oh man, Man, that shit's matrix shit, man. You feeding the system, fam. You a Zionist, man. You an agent, fam. You know, it's like, and the box keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, to everybody walking around here like robots, doing the same thing, talking about the same thing, and doing the same stuff. And this is something we have to deal with. And I am trying to work on it. And I try to open up and I try to talk about myself a little bit because I can use myself for an example. But I'm very uncomfortable talking about myself, and I just feel like I just don't like people who talk about themselves all the damn time. And I don't want to be one of those people. So sorry if I talked about myself too much, but I felt like, you know, I was trying to make a certain point. Now, so it is very important you understand that, and you study on how did they able to do that. How is China, one country, able to have two currencies with two different militaries and two different territories with totally different rules? How were they able to do that? How were the Europeans able to do that? How were China able to do that? Some of us know how they did it. Some of us have a clue. Some of us never even thought of it outside of me bringing it up. And that's the biggest part of what I want to talk about today, is that who are you? Are you those people? Are you really those people that built those pyramids? Are you really them? Are you really those people that's really trying to thrust us into the future? Are you them? Because the YouTube personality box that you're living in, you're never going to get out of it. You're going to have to open up and turn it away and do whatever you have to do. Now, let's go ahead and get into the conscious community stuff. So now here we have this segment I would like to call the nosy neighbor. Now, everybody know Dane Calloway, Young Pharaoh, Ty Data, the rest of the crew. Everybody know that we're about to hook up. And this is causing a panic throughout the community. Now, a long time ago, I told you guys that things was going to get really weird. I told you guys that a long time ago. Now, that right there should be able to help my credibility a little bit, because I told you what was about to happen before it happened. I foreseen it. And not through some magical powers. It was just simple calculations and simple tactics that was implemented that it can either go one way or another. But both ways were still going to be weird. So, and I'm sorry to be the person to give you the bad news that it's about to get a tad more weirder. It's about to get a little more weirder. And unfortunately, I can't help that. This is what's about to happen. Now, I always come to this story and I always come to this conclusion because this is a very important part, I feel, of my YouTube life or whatever. Now, I remember the conversation just like it was the other day when I was dealing with Chief Holiday. I had Chief Holiday on the phone. I had A1 on the phone. Some heavy hitters, right? And I'm just now, you know, getting to know A1, and I'm just now getting to know Chief Holiday. And I asked him, I said, what do you guys want to accomplish? What is the, you know, what is the goal? What is the agenda? And right off bat, A1 said, man, I just want to get my information out to the people. I just want to get the information out. That's all he wanted. Just get the information out as much as he wanted. Now, Chief Holiday, his was a little more complicated, but he mentioned that one of the things he mentioned was that, you know, he wanted to be able to get on bigger platforms to reach more people. Now, this was pretty much This all they wanted. It's just to get the information out to the people. Now me being me, I felt like, and I'll be honest, I felt like here I have a group of cold ass rappers who just want to rap. They just want to rap, man. Just put me on the track, put me on the beat, man. I don't care about all that other stuff, man. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? That's sort of the type of situation that it kind of felt like. And so because I understanding, you know, the information that they're talking about, and I understand the movement that they're in, because, you know, it was a movement way before me. I'm just a new guy on the block, and they was able to accept me. And so, you know, for whatever. And so I'm looking at the situation like, well, you know, to get these guys on a bigger platform, they want to be able to get on a bigger platform, and they want to be able to get their message out. And that was kind of something, you know, I don't know. I didn't know how to take it, but I didn't think it would be that hard. I'm like, man, it can't be that hard. And so this was during a time nobody was really talking about us. Nobody was really talking about Dane Calloway. And now, mind you, this was a couple months ago. Nobody's really talking about nothing. None of us. Every now and then somebody would throw a shot here and there, but nothing too specific. And so we began to make more momentum. We began to make all the big platforms talk about us. We began to come the talk of the town, the talk of the day. Everybody try to throw a shot. They still having debates about us. Every day it was all about indigenous this, indigenous this, indigenous this, the abos, like literally feeding these people's families. Literally feeding their family. Because now they got some new fresh content to talk about. And new fresh content is good for their viewership and good for their commercials and their ads. So the Aboriginals is actually feeding some of these people's families. Now, at first, that bothers me. That bothered me. Because I have a group of guys who put their work into what they do, and they put their heart in what they do. And all they want to do is just get the information out. And then on the other hand, you have a group of people who they want to capitalize on anything they can. They want to cash in on the indigenous talk. They want to cash in on the indigenous movement. They want to cash in on indigenous this, and they want to cash in on indigenous that. So I'm looking at both situations. I'm like, okay, you have a group of guys who straight up indigenous, created a culture from, I don't know how they did it, but they created this culture, and it is, you know, and they just want to get the philosophy out. And then I'm looking at the other side, like, man, these dudes are finna pimp them out. They're finna pimp this Aboriginal shit out. I knew it. And I told Chief Holiday, I said, Chief Holiday, you don't know who you're talking to. I said, these dudes, I said, once the shit hits the fans, these dudes are finna be making money off the Aboriginals. Now that bothered me, because I didn't want that. I felt like if anybody making money off Aboriginals, it was supposed to be Chief Holiday and A1 and the rest of the crew. And he kept telling me, like, man, I don't care, Ty Data. I don't care about the money. And I'm trying to talk to him like, man, don't let these guys make money off you. Don't let these guys make monies off the Aboriginal topic. Like, don't do it. They don't care. They want to get this information out. These dudes are authentic dudes. Now, they're very rare to find in the YouTube world. Okay? Because most of the guys, it's on something different, and I'm not no different. So I am included in most of the guys. So I'm telling Chief Holiday, I'm like, look, man, these dudes are finna pimp the Aboriginal philosophy. I warned them and I told them. So it was like, oh man. So it was kind of hard. It was a kind of the hard decision, because it was like either you try to take the Aboriginal movement and Aboriginal people and try to get something good out of it, or you just sit back and let these other people just pimp the Aboriginal people. Just feed them, string them along, put their names in the titles, you know, get their views, get their commercials, Aboriginal this, Abos this, 9 videos, 1,000 videos. They're pimping the Aboriginal community because they're making money and the Aboriginal community is not. Now this bugged only me. And it don't anymore because we're doing good for ourselves. We could be doing a lot better, y'all. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Chief Holiday channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to Renegade Tribe Up TV. And if you're not a member, try to go sign up for the 5,000 lead to thrust us in the future. We need to get prepared for Christmas. Now, so now I told Chief Holiday, I said, look, I told him what was about to happen. Because I knew what I was about to do, and I knew what was about to happen. I said, look, I'm not going to tell you everything I said, but I'm just going to tell you the basis of what I said. I said, look, the Aboriginal community and the Aboriginal philosophy is finna start feeding these guys. They're going to be capitalizing on it. And if you don't start capitalizing on it, and if you don't start doing something, then these guys are gonna own it, and they're gonna push you out the way. And these guys are gonna be the top Aboriginal channel and capitalizing on the Aboriginal community. And all they have to do is find themselves a nice little Aboriginal person and put him on a platform and make him look big and make him look all types of shit and got explosions and got all types of shit going out of him and give him a thumbs up, and all the Aboriginal people gonna go over there and spend their money and shit. Now I didn't really say that, but that was the basics of what I was saying. So we had to get ourselves together, and we have to start with business. We have to start getting businesses. We have to start getting organized, and we have to start doing things right way. So then this when me and Chief Holiday, you know, was able to come on and come together and try to put a platform together where the indigenous people can have a house, can have a home, can have a place, can have some representation. Now, as the platform grew, and other platforms, I don't know about the other platforms, so I'm sorry if, you know, this is just through the eyes of me. And so the other platforms grew probably also. And I told y'all, I said, look, y'all, it's about to get weird. And the reason why I knew it was about to get weird is because I knew what we was about to do. And I knew what we was about to, you know, get into. So when we started advertising businesses, it got a little weirder. Because now a lot of the other platforms thinking like, hey man, these dudes are making money. Because we advertising business. So now they think we're making money. Which we're not. And if we was, I ain't gonna tell you. You ain't gonna see me with no gold chain. You ain't gonna see me with no fancy cars. I am a creator. I am not a customer. I don't buy cars. I don't buy big houses. I don't buy jewelry. I don't buy that shit. I make that shit. I make that shit for you. I am not a customer. So don't be fooled by the glam and the glitter and, oh, nigga, look at the jewelry and look at the car and look at the house. Nigga, you are a customer, nigga. You're a Ty Data customer. So next time somebody show off they shit, say, man, that's a Ty Data customer. If Ty Data was here right now, he'll be selling them those. These motherfuckers are customers, y'all. And you need to realize that because you are part of the elite. So you need to know a customer when you see a customer. Anytime you see somebody bragging on a fancy something, understand that they didn't make that. So they're nothing more than a customer to us. When you start making cars, making houses, when you start making gold teeth or whatever the fuck, I don't know, Jordans or whatever, when you start making them, now you can brag to us. But we're not impressed by a customer who buys stuff. That's dumb. I'm sorry. That's dumb, man. Don't y'all see? That's dumb, man. But anyway, so Dan Calloway went live, right? He went live. He racked up. Now, this changed the game. That's a whole nother situation. But we're going to talk about before Dan Calloway went live. Now, I knew it was going to get weird because what we was doing and what we was implementing and how it would be perceived in the public. Now, it might perceive to you that we're making a lot of money and we're doing all this and we're doing all that. But in all reality, the stuff we're doing is just basic stuff. It's basic stuff. It's all small stuff. We're not doing anything huge yet, but we're setting up for the huge stuff. Because chances are none of us can handle some huge stuff. If somebody said, hey man, let me get 3 million of those jerseys, man, each one of us would kill our goddamn self because we wouldn't even know what to do yet. But we're setting up ourselves a floor. And you guys are witnessing the floor being set up. But for the YouTube personalities and for the other people, they don't see that. They think we're shining. Like, oh man, those niggas over there shining. They eating good. Nigga, they got shit flying across the screen. Man, they got the 5,000 elite. They got this. Like, man, we're doing some basic stuff. It's not that big. I'm sorry. As much I would like to talk about how big everything, Ty Data is the best. As much as I would like to talk about all that, in all reality, the stuff we're doing is basic stuff. It is not that big. But we're setting up to do something big. And it got weird. The community, it got weird. Because I'm not going to go down there. Now let's go ahead and go. Let's just leave that alone. Cuz I just don't feel like it right now. So let's just go ahead and go to the Dan Calloway thing and let's get it out of here. But anyway, I told y'all it was going to get weird, and I give you some little explanation of why I knew that. Some calculation of why I knew that. Now, it's finna get a tad more weirder. Now, Dan Calloway come on the scene. Boom. Next day, all 3 channels shut down. Boom, 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 simultaneously. One channel we was talking about credit card processing. Now, so this was a hit. But this is where I come when it comes to Dan Calloway and the nosy neighbors. And this, let me go ahead and get this out the way before I go far off. Now, the reason why I call this segment the nosy neighbors is because we're supposed to be a community and we're supposed to be a neighborhood. And there has been a house in our neighborhood that has been making a lot of noise. There's a lot of controversy that comes from this house. There's a lot of, so-called, people threatening people, people trying to take people to jail, so-called scams. Now, these are all allegedly stuff. These are all allegedly stuff because we are nosy neighbors. And all you guys are nothing but some nosy-ass neighbors. And you go and you're looking for that house. You go over there to that house and you're looking at the house. What are they doing? What are they doing now? What are they doing? Oh, they got this guy on tonight. Oh, they doing this and they doing that. You guys are some nosy ass neighbors. That's what you guys are doing. But guess what? You have a legitimate reason to be nosy. Because when you live in a neighborhood and there's a house where it got all types of commotion, all the scams, like all the scams in the community, it's like their name came up. It's like all the things that goes on, all the messed up stuff, they name came up. And so you don't have no other choice but to watch, because it's your house. I mean, it's your block. So you go over there and you watching all the moves, everything said, you're analyzing and you're checking them out. You're being a nosy ass neighbor. And even myself at some point was a nosy ass neighbor too. But I knew I was. And so you got all these nosy ass neighbors, and which is us. And we over here watching this house and scandal, all types of stuff going on. And all of a sudden, a new house come up. A new guy move in. And now the neighbors we've been watching, which is house one. That's house one. We've been watching them like nosy ass neighbors. Now all of a sudden a new person pull up on the block. A new guy pull up on the block, and this guy is all to himself. He stay to himself. But guess what? He pull up in a nice little shiny little car, or pull up in something shiny that catches attention of house number one. So now house number one has become the nosy neighbor. So now they're over there looking at him. Oh man, what he's doing, what he got, how he's getting that money, how he's doing this, how he's doing that, and all this and all that. Oh man, we got him. He's did this, he did that. So now they become the nosy neighbors. And so this bothers a lot of people. And this is one of the reasons, part of the reason why it's about to get a little more weirder, you guys. Just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. But when we sell this boat, it's going to be very, very weird. Now, so the new guy on the block is being watched by the people that we used to watch. Now, we watch these guys from day one, day two, and time after time, scandal after scandal, thing after thing, BS after BS. And we watch like nosy neighbors. Now, new guy come on the block. Now, these guys become the nosy neighbors. So now they're looking out their window at the new people, at the new guy on the block. And they're trying to figure out what's going on. Just like you used to be the nosy neighbor trying to figure out what's going on with them. Now they're become the nosy neighbor. But guess what? The nosy neighbor get a phone call from another neighbor. He lived maybe the next block. And he say, hey, how's things going? And he said, yeah, man, I got these people calling me. I got these people trolling me. I got these people threatening my life. Now, understand this. And to you YouTube personalities and out there in the YouTube world, you might think everything is WWE and everything is cute. But people have try to get people locked up in jail, and people's lives are in danger. This is for real. This is not a joke, you guys. I'm sorry. I am one of the most goofiest dudes probably you ever met. But I'm telling you right now, from what Duke of Tears told me to what I am seeing now, this is real. I talked to Duke of Tears on the phone hours the day before the interview and hours after the interview. And I still got his phone number. And he told me how to, you know what I'm saying, what was the real deal. And I brushed it off, and I never closed it. And now I'm seeing it in real time. So this is not the time to, these are not the type of people you just want to say, oh man, let's throw the gloves off and let's have peace and let's have friendship. Like, nigga, you threatening. We talking threats. Lives are in danger. People, you know, constantly trying to beat you and bash you and troll you. This is not who we are, man. We are not those type of people. That's not who we are. We are you know what I'm saying? We are the type of people that should be on some of this type stuff. With our own stuff. That's who we really are. And so, but I want the people in the community to understand that this is a serious situation. This is no joking manner. This is no YouTube manner. This is for real. Now, the new kid on the block has not done anything that nobody else have done. Nobody. So, how is it that it's okay for your buddy to do it, but when somebody else do it, it's a scam? Or whatever it may be. But that's not the point. But my point is that when another house click up and he say, hey man, I went through it. These people call me out of my names. They call my parole officer. They threatening my life. I mean, they got so grimy, and it's just, it's just real creepy just to even go online now because of these people. And the other house say, yeah, I know that too. So now the other guy from the other house, from the other block, they click up together. And so people in the community received it a different way. Now, many people in the community received that as, oh man, two people from two different philosophies got together and did a video. Big deal. Big deal. Wow. Big deal. A Kemetic guy and an Aboriginal guy or a Indigenous Niji guy did a video together. Wow, big deal. Thank you. Thank you. Get the hell out of here with that. That's not the point. The point is that these guys have pushed and bullied everybody around. Even people who admit to have trolls on deck. And now things are going to probably get bad for them. And it's not going to be televised, and it's not going to be categorized, and it's not going to be glam and glitter, and it's about to get very weird. No, not very. I say a tad bit weird, cause I even been accused for working, like, and so those of you who seen us build this, I appreciate that for you guys for sticking by. Now, I understand some people, have different ideologies and have different things, and they have different philosophy, and they would do things but different. But that's all cool. There's nothing wrong with your solution. There's nothing wrong with the way you want to do things. But please don't try to make it seem like your solution is the only solution and is the best way possible. It is not. Every solution we come up with, we need to be trying it. There is not one solution that trumps another. So whether it's going in the jungle or whether it's opening up a business, well, we need to try a bit of both of them or something. There is no one solution that trumps all. That's the bottom line. But it's just some people are in a certain point and period of time in their life where you're not even fit to even come up with a solution, because you need to find a solution for your life first. And then you can talk about a solution for the people. Some of us even not even in a proper position to even think like that. When you coming out of when you coming from your heart of hate and disappointment and loneliness and all types of things, that's all you're gonna push out, miserable, and you're gonna attract more miserable people, and you guys can be miserable friends. But in all reality, all solutions is better than no solution. And anybody who's courageous enough to come up with the solution, that's a solution, regardless if you agree with it or not. And I commend the people who have the ability to try a solution. But understand, this is a three-dimensional world. We can't just go around talking. We have to be able to get things in real time in 3D. And if you can't get things in real time 3D, then you better off just not saying nothing, because the philosophy is not going to do it. Nobody is going to get up and follow some bum ass nigga, you know what I'm saying, over anywhere. They not even go, they won't even follow, you know, nobody anywhere. And there's going to, and those of you who are waiting on the Messiah, I commend you. With all the chaos that's going on, I don't blame you. Sometimes I wish I could just cut off and unplug and just wait on a Messiah. It would probably make my day a little bit better if I actually thought a Messiah was coming to save me. But unfortunately, I'm not wired like that, and I can't wait on anybody, and we need to get this money, and we need to get these businesses, and we need to get going. And that's the only reason I'm here, y'all. That's the only reason I'm here. From the bottom of my heart, I am here for no other reason. It's to try to get things going. You can believe it or not. You can think it's an acting job or not. I don't care what you think, but that's the only reason I'm here. I don't want your subscribers. I don't need to use your name. I don't need your viewers. I can care less of what Dane Calloway did or what he's doing. I don't care. I could judge everybody, including myself, 1,000 times over. But this is all we got to pick from. So you either start picking people to build with, or you just keep complaining, or keep coming up with, you know, weird stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. And I hope y'all can understand what's going on and the things we got to do and the work we got to do. And but understand what's going on, that we've been bullied for a long time, and many of these platforms has been around and been unchallenged for a long time. Many of these platforms are used to getting their way. They're used to being able to pick people. Hey, come here, man. And come here, man. Let me squeeze you for whatever juices you got, and then kick you out. They used to being able to do that. But now they can't do that anymore. And it's about to get a little more weirder, y'all. Stay tuned. You know what we got coming up. We got Chief Holidays finna start a show called Standoff, where he's going to be interviewing, you know, some of the people, some of the controversy figures in the community. Y'all know we got Walk With Me Chicago, Culture and Lifestyle on Fridays. We trying to beef that up and take that somewhere. We also have the troll episodes with trolling. We're going to try to get that beefed up a little bit. We also got another episode of what else? Oh, we have an episode on the deep web. The deep web is it's spooky. So we have an episode of that. I'm still waiting on people to give us some more footage with them having fun or doing something with the kids and stuff like that. And so I know that goes outside your normal computer programming to show yourself having fun with the kids and playing with the kids. And I know that's outside your normal programming. But if you can find it in your heart to try to upload a video, you just playing tic-tac-toe or whatever with the kids, so I can snatch that down. We have our own platform. We're trying to move out of YouTube by Christmas. We would like to be out for YouTube, and YouTube will be a secondary, thirdary source for us. And so and I also encourage more young people to start making more videos as well. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get out here, y'all. And anybody got any questions, man? Anybody got any questions? But we're clicking up together with other people, and it's about to go down. I just put it like that. And I don't mean like taking someone down. I just mean like we're about to do something that's going to have an effect on the community for the good. For the good. please, let me see. Anti-Messiah and prophet. You know, I'm not anti-Messiah. I'm not anti-solution either. So keep that in mind, y'all. And if you want to know a little more about what's going on, I advise you to please study Hong Kong and study Taiwan so you can understand what we are doing. Because to most people, we're nothing but just some random dudes that's coming on talking bickering, but we're not. We are corporation backed and corporation bound. And everything we do around here has a purpose, whether you know it or not. There ain't no coincidences like that. Not no big ones. So those of you who are solution based, please study Hong Kong. I'm going to say it again. Please study Hong Kong and please study Taiwan so you can understand what's about to take place, or at least have an idea. Now, and it's not that simple. Any questions? Any questions? I don't believe in a Messiah. Oh, well, yeah, some people do. And like I say, believing in Messiah can give you a peace of mind. Because when you look at all this chaos and all the stuff that's going on in the community, now I myself have a burden that means I need to help clean it up. I need to help do something about it. So now I am stressing out trying to figure out, man, how can I get my people going? How can I do something? But if I was the type of person who would believe in the Messiah, I'd just be like, the Messiah take care of it. So I'm not that type of person to believe in the Messiah. So, but I just understand the type of person who is and what type of, you know, calmness that can give some people if they think somebody's going to come and clean up the world for them. It can also, you know, it can calm you down, but just not me. So they understand law, we don't. Yep. But here we go. So we're going to be getting it in. We probably be getting it in tonight. I don't really know what's going on in the community anymore. I unplugged. I unsubscribed. I hear stuff. I hear stuff. And I really don't really see too much. So I'm pretty sure something went down and somebody did some shit. I don't know yet. But I'll get the scope. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Y'all know how we get out of here. Shout out to the brother Q brother, another solution-based brother. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all know how we get out of here. Those of you new people, we appreciate it if you make sure, you know, to sign up for the 5,000 Elite and be a part, you know what I'm saying, of the solution and not part of the problem. Peace.
Watch it take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, all this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust, yes, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, my daddy jumping differently. We find the wins in all the games, had to try to play. We held our ground, tell our fans through the private day. While leaders down, knowledge drown, but we find a way. Life was cold, but we made it hot. No matter how it goes, we gon' make it pop. Black is like a gold or a precious rock. So message to my foes, we gon' never stop. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the light, see the code, you'll see the difference. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the life, see the code, you'll see the difference. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, We gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.
From the land of the street lights where kids get kidnapped, black man murdered through a white man's dispatch. But my aggression overcomes the oppression, and the fact that I can speak is my deadliest weapon. Look, this for the ghetto, shit that only VC. They take us out the streets and stash us in the OBCC. Now these shell tops slowly walk the cell block. I swear this shit can get funkier than stale socks. So I learned to be humble in this jungle. Keep some pads in my step, cause if I stumble, shit can crumble. The cops keep killing all our soldiers, trying to control the population, cause they know one day
watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.